Hey, meat suits, it's me, the Immoral Oracle, and I'm coming at you today with a fun little reading asking, what is the mask that you wear? Okay, so in this reading, I have pulled the cards ahead of time, I've sat with the energies, and I've asked, what is the mask that you wear? Why do you wear this mask? Who are you really? And what does the mask protect? Okay, we will be using the Bone Garden Tarot deck. Look at how cute that is. I'm so excited to use this deck. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Look at the back. Oh, you know me and my decks. All right. So having said that, this is for entertainment purposes only. I need to say that for legal purposes. Um, And I hope that you do find yourself entertained. If you do, YouTube would also like me to say, please like the video. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you hate about me. I don't care. Just engage with the algorithm, please. All right. Without further ado, we are going to jump into this reading. Okay. So under the deck, you got Four of Swords. And this is about having a quiet mind. Okay. And I'm kind of keeping that in mind as I move into the rest of the reading, because I think a need for that kind of propelled this mask in the first place. All right, so Queen of Swords is coming through as the mask that you wear. Now, there is no gender in tarot, but this is a queen, so I might talk about it in she, her terms, okay? But, anybody with any body can be in Queen of Swords energy, could be wearing a Queen of Swords mask. And I just want to point that out, that, all are welcome on this channel, and any reading can be for you if there's something in it that feels like it hits. All right. So Queen of Swords, in this deck, she says, you tell the truth, even when it's cold. Okay. This Queen of Swords is about honesty, perception, and independence. So the mask that you wear is one, first of all, it's I wanted to say it's one of strategy, but actually the mask of Queen of Swords for you is also strategy. I'm getting off of this energy. I work with a lot of animal energies, and I was getting off of this energy like a python energy, or like a cat energy of like waiting to strike. Because here's the thing about the Queen of Swords. She's most likely going to use strategy, the mind, some well-chosen words, okay? She's going to get up and move like as a last resort. And she wants that to be known. Like, and so that, I just love how that's coming through for you, because, honey, regardless of your gender, the mask you wear is one of an ice queen, and you wear it well. And you have no problem leading with your intellect and with your ability to set aside and almost appear to lack emotions. Okay. Um, Also, you really are coming through as someone who, the mask you wear is that you do not need anybody else. And I'm also going to say the Queen of Swords is an energy in tarot where she's kind of like the divorced queen. She don't need no partner. She done left that piece of shit, male or female, whatever. And she's perfectly happy on her throne alone. So that is the mask that you wear. Okay, Queen of Swords, it's hitting. All right. Why do you wear this mask? Well, Seven of Wands and Eight of Wands in consecutive order. That's interesting. Okay. So, Seven of Wands and Eight of Wands together. Seven of Wands is all about um, having courage, defending yourself. It really is. It's this knowing when to move energy. It's a fiery energy. In this deck, it says you didn't ask for this fight, but here you are. Meaning, like, the Queen of Swords is not an energy that's going to throw the first blow. But like I said, like I was saying, um, with this energy, you absolutely will fight back, right? And this will surprise people. I think that is the strategy. Why do you wear this mask? That is the strategy. People think that you're going to choose peace, right? And if you can, you will, right? But Seven of Wands is about boundaries. And I think that sometimes when people when they perceive Queen of Swords energy, they perceive, like I was saying, that she's not a fighter. So they're going to be more prone to kind of push. And Seven of Swords, I'm sorry, Seven of Wands, well, they will Seven of Swords sometimes just to get a reaction. But Seven of Wands is coming in to say, like, the strategy is like, I'll move when I have to. Right. And that's why you wear this. This mask also, as Queen of Swords, with these two coming in, I'm seeing this clearly. You will be observing. I just heard observing your prey. Okay. All right. I like that. Again, Python energy. Yeah. Like, you will be observing, you will be taking notes, you will be noticing their weaknesses, you will be noticing their deficits, right? And when it's time to throw words or hands or whatever it is, the Queen of Swords would prefer words. You're gonna know exactly where to hit. You're gonna know what to say. Okay. And you wear this mask because you know you need to conserve your energy. That is part of your resilience in this. Okay. And Eight of Wands is things move fast once they finally move. So like I was saying, Queen of Swords is it's like chess, right? You're 5 steps ahead of your opponent mentally, waiting to like drop your move. And that is Queen of Swords energy to a T. Okay, so one of the reasons that you wear this mask, Queen of Swords, is that you are conserving energy. You are, utilizing the appropriate inner guidance and energy to get yourself into alignment in order to be ready to move, to strike, to defend yourself, to hold your ground when it's necessary, and to do so quickly and with agility. Okay. I like that. I like that. Queen of Swords is like, I really do think people don't expect you to come with this fire when they see this mask, and that is the strategy. You will hold your own, and you will strike back mercilessly, swiftly, where it hurts, and you'll do so with confidence, because wands, all of this wands energy between 7 and 8 is like, this is confidence. Okay. I love that. So who are you really then here? Okay. Okay. So, all right, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. Okay. So who are you really? Nine of Pentacles. God, I just love this deck. Look at how pretty it is. The Empress. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. So, first of all, full stop, because the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are actually the same person. Okay. They're just different versions of the same person. So I want to say that that's a beautiful energy. Like, who are you really? Like, you're whole, homie. Like, at least, that's what this mask is eventually leading you to be, right? We'll say it that way. I also want to say Queen of Swords and Nine of Pentacles, both in tarot, represent independence, which is kind of cool coming through this way, because actually this is telling me that the mask you wear isn't necessarily a lie, right? Like, it isn't fake. You are in fact independent. The difference is, this is a cold, calculated independence. This is a stay the fuck away from me energy. And this is just an unbothered, like, I can't really be bothered, and I just really don't need anybody. I don't need anything that you want to be adding, because look at all these things that I'm growing in my own field, right? And I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, this is great. You're also somebody who is comfortable. You're comfortable with yourself, like genuinely. You're comfortable with yourself. You Nine of Pentacles here, self-worth. Like, you do know your worth. You know that you are worth, I don't want to say more, but if this is the kind of energy that you're having to protect yourself from, like, you are worth more. You earned this peace. You earned this quiet, this card says. Like, you genuinely, yeah, Four of Swords here. Like, you genuinely value quiet, calm, steady, especially with Pentacles. Pentacles, like, steady energy. Like, you are someone who is rich in spirit. I will say that. If you aren't actually someone who is protecting like material wealth by your detachment and your defensiveness, excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water. And your poetry. Some of you might be doing poetry. Anyway, sorry, that's if you aren't actually like independently wealthy or somehow, just comfortable, you are definitely like in inner, like, you have inner wealth. Okay, I want to talk about, so abundance with these three cards. All three cards are abundant cards, are abundant energy. Okay, and abundance is not just, a lot of tarot readers are out here like, you're gonna get rich, bitch, and like, maybe you will, and maybe you are, and like, cool, that's cool. But a lot of times outward comfortability, stability, that's all like an inside job. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the energy of abundance with this card, with this spread here. Abundance is a state of inner wholeness and alignment. And this is who you really are, because that's what this is, right? Like, so this is someone, I'm talking to someone who views the universe as like an infinite supply of the possible. And what I mean by that is literally like, that anything is possible. That truly, that's who you are in your core, right? So you focus on what I like to call the knowledge of enough. And what the knowledge of enough is that you understand that lack isn't real, right? Like, I'm not saying deny reality. Like, I'm not saying like be delusional, like, but you understand that more is possible. And that's what I mean by like lack just not being real. It's a temporary experience, and that's something that you understand. And even if it's happening outwardly, I'm looking at someone who their mask is protecting that. They understand that internally it never needs to happen, regardless of the outside circumstance. Okay, and that is power. That is powerful. That is the definition of being comfortable. You are comfortable being uncomfortable, and that only draws more comfort to you. Okay, so like, even when you don't have much, this is the kind of energy that it's like you understand that you still have enough, and so can anyone else, right? So that's a beautiful energy, because I'm talking to somebody who genuinely wants other people to win, doesn't feel the need to compete with people. I love that I'm being drawn now to the Empress. Loves unconditionally, judges silently, probably grew those flowers just to outshine you. And what's funny is that she doesn't do this with ego. This is literally just happening because inside she is this abundance energy that we're talking about, right? So this is inner richness, energetic flow, like believing in the importance of your own thoughts, really understanding the importance of your thoughts. Empress is also a passive power. So that's what I'm talking about. You're just like expectantly, you understand that in this energy that this mask is protecting, what you're doing is you're growing. This is so much abundance. This is so much inner abundance that the person that I'm talking to right now, very likely in the 3D world, is actually drawing. I just am seeing it like when the money comes out of the jackpot, out of the slot machine in Vegas, like you're drawing that kind of energy to you, like gold coin is just like flying at your face. Like, I mean, hopefully not that way, but like that's what this mask is hiding, is that you know who the fuck you are. I'm hearing Peachka, I know who I am. When they try you, tell them. Like that's Queen of Swords, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and it's because damn. Okay, damn. I want to talk about the Queen of Swords a little bit because this is a really cool energy coming in. So who you really are is that you show up. Okay. You know, the Queen of Swords is an energy that's all about perception and integrity and, um, words. And that's not to say that, but she isn't a queen of action. Okay. You are actually authentically a being of action. And that is part of that abundance because especially with this fire energy here, I'm talking to someone that understands that the movement but the well-timed movement, right? The appropriately placed movement, the well thought out movement, not just throwing all of your energy around getting burnt out, but you care in practical ways. You show up in the world in practical ways. You're not scared of hard work. Okay. This queen didn't get where she is by sitting still. The 9 of Pentacles, this is her former energy. She was out in the garden, right? Doing all this. This also tells me that you're an incredibly grounded person. You're a very creative person. You're rich in spirit. Ooh, and I want to talk about her falcon. So falcon is about, I'm talking to somebody who, especially with Queen of Swords, this is again you not being fake. Like you do use Queen of Swords to protect yourself, and like it's like a gate, right? And rightfully so, because to be this rich in spirit, yeah, like motherfuckers want to try you. They want to rob you of your joy because they don't know how to grow it themselves, right? So this is still you being authentic, because actually the falcon is in this card to talk about laser focus, higher vision and perception, right? It's also talking about spiritual protection, which is what that Queen of Swords is, that mask is for you. But falcon also talks about like speed and timing. This is more of that Python energy, but now it's a bird, right? Like falcon flies down and like quickly grabs its prey. Like this is about knowing exactly when to wait, like when to be still, when to make movement. All of this is flowing beautifully, okay? Like just because you're wearing a mask, you're actually not fake at all. Like this is amazing how this is coming out this way. This is and you're decisive, right? You're slow to decide though. This mask gives you that time. And I think that's really cool the way that this is coming out, dude. Do I want to say anything else about who you really are? I mean, honestly, damn, babe. That's I want to be your friend. I can relate to some of this energy. I think we'd get along really well. I think you have mastered some things and it shows. And even if it doesn't show to the world because of this mask, like I see you, boo. I see you. And honestly, with this kind of energy, even if they're not seeing it now, like they are going to be able to like peep you. Like at some point, you're not going to be able to hide all of this abundance. But also, I mean, you don't care. But I don't think at any point that you will actually put this Queen of Swords down with this much abundance, because she is the gate, right? He is the gate. These arrows are like, get off my lawn. I'm hearing my friend Adam. Anyway, okay. So we're gonna move into what does the mask protect? Oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, what does the mask protect? Okay, because this is who you really are. And this is what we've been protecting. So I actually thought we were protecting that. I kind of forgot about these cards for a minute. It's interesting that came through like that. So maybe this row is sort of a continuation, but I mean this is who are you really? And what is the mask protecting? Okay. You've got Page of Cups and the World. Okay. So, Page of Cups is an innocent energy and it's an emotionally innocent energy. Um, Page of Cups is that you feel more than you explain. And that makes perfect sense why you would use Queen of Swords for that, right? You're protecting a sense of sensitivity, imagination, and an open heart, really. This cup right here is the Ace of Cups, right? And this page, this childlike, your inner child, if you will, like that's an incredible strength. In this economy, you've got love and heart in this economy. Like after all the shit, if you're Queen of Swords, there's a reason you've had to be this cold to the world, and that's because vultures have tried to pick this energy. So it makes sense to me that that's what you're protecting. Okay. And I want to talk about this goldfish really quick because goldfish is about prosperity, it's about harmony. It can also be about like transformation and with the world here because the world can be like integration and enlightenment and like completion and like basically being like becoming aware from a higher perspective, like learning in cycles. So goldfish is talking about that kind of transformation in regards to like your emotional flow and your peace of mind and your adaptability. And this card is telling me that Queen of Swords actually protects your remaining teachable. It protects even that's really interesting. Even though you are truly a master with these energies here, a master of like the 3D realm and of like inner abundance, you really are remaining intentionally young in spirit. And the world is talking about how your heart engages with endings and new beginnings as well. Okay. So the Queen of Swords as your mask is protecting fresh emotional beginnings and keeping your heart new and your inner peace. And it's like it's protecting your ability to successfully like complete life cycles and move into the next one without actually having turned cold, right? And I'm seeing a really rich inner world. Like this mask protects a really creative, really interesting person with a lot of imagination and a deep wonder, like a childlike wonder for the world, and constantly learning from the world and from yourself and from these experiences and turning like literally spinning. Some of you might be storytellers or artists of some kind, like I was talking about earlier, poetry, things like that. Because I'm like seeing that this mask and these observational skills, like it gives you a way of seeing into things and like weaving worlds with it. So this Queen of Swords as your mask helps you to be surprisingly graceful. I'm being drawn to that right now, surprisingly graceful, and to come full circle with your heart intact. And it protects your who you really are, which is an abundant, creative, somehow wildly emotionally mature, but with a childlike heart at the same time. And that's really interesting. So yeah, Queen of Swords protects your peace and a deep love of the world around you. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to pull any oracle cards today. It was a pleasure to be in your energy. And yeah, keep telling the truth, even when it's cold, because everything behind this is absolutely beautiful. So I see you. Till next time.